Hello, beautiful souls. I am Awakened Soul, and today we're going to be learning how to scalp. Okay, so my whole strategy is based on coming in when you're ready, when you're at the state of flow, when life is beautiful, and with no emotions, no expectations. How do you find the gems, and how do you even initiate the opportunity to take one good trade that will make your day? The first thing is going to coin market cap. Under coin market cap here, you'll find 24 hours. And at this point, it's up to you to know your skills, right? Are you good at longing? Are you good at shorting? Me personally, I am good at shorting. So I'm going to look for the highest coin that has pumped the most, because after every bull's pump, there'll come a bear's gift. And same thing with longing. After every bear's downtrend, there'll be a bull's gift, right? So let's go ahead. No emotions, no expectations. Make sure that you're in a peaceful state of mind. Life is taken care of and life is beautiful, right? We focus on the now. So AR is our coin that we will be charting today, just based on this. So the next thing is come here and find your AR charts. It's really important to find the chart with the most history. So as you can see, I added around 4 or 5, and I'm going to review them and see which one has the most history. So I have the ARs right here. So monthly, okay, that one looks good. See how this one already has more history than this one, so I'm going to delete here. And that's how I go. I'm going to delete this one. Delete. Okay, looks like we have a winner. Really important, guys. Really important to focus on the coin and find the right chart. So it looks like Bitrix is going to be the winner. And I'm also going to be looking at the BCT pair. A lot of people don't chart it, but for me it's important as a scalper, as a trader, to see the strength of the coin. And that's what the BTC pair tells me. So let's go to AR, USD under Bitrix. And really important also is here, make sure you're on the log scale. I am under the log scale, and let's go for it. No emotions, no expectations, right? I'm gonna scalp. The first thing I'm gonna do is start off on my monthly. On my monthly, setting my range. What is my range? I look at the previous candle, and this is my range. And yes, I am scalping, and this is how I start. That's my range. And just looking at it, right? We have an uptrend here. It's a flow. We have a downtrend here. We could see that monthly resistance was broken to the upside. So what is our potential target based on my strategy? One touch, two touches. Monthly is telling me that we could possibly come all the way to 35 right now. And of course, if you want to learn more, I do have a course. It's in my link. Follow me on all social medias, on Twitter, all that good stuff. I'm not the best person to sell. I got the skills. Okay, monthly's done. So let's move on to our weekly. On my weekly also. So this is where your knowledge of contraction phases come to play. On my weekly, I want to understand what the trend, what the charts are doing. Okay, this is a contraction phase. Trend down, contraction phase. Trend down. This seems like a contraction phase, right? Trend down. And we got a small contraction phase, and now we're in trend up. So just visualizing this, it's telling me that we're in a trend phase, and a trend phase is just ripping up like here, right? So on my weekly, I'm gonna set range, same thing, rinse and repeat. What's my range? Previous candle. Never play with the live candle, right? I'm going to look at the candle bodies, not the wicks. And here's my support, my weekly support, weekly resistance. What else am I looking for? Market structure. I'm looking for liquidity. So I'm going to go ahead and turn on my PVA candles, see if we have some blue or pink candles popping up. Great indicator here. So right here on the monthly, we can see a lot of liquidity left here in this area. Okay, we're in our weekly. Okay, so I'm gonna mark this. Seems like this could be a possible area of interest for the market makers, right? It's a liquidity game, so we must find where the key liquidity zones are on our weekly. Another thing, and yep, this is for scalp. This is the time that you need to take with every chart when you come in. Okay, I always say no half-ass shit. Like, take your time, feel the charts. What are they doing? What story are they telling you? So on our weekly here, I want to see what's going on here, right? What pattern, what can I identify? So on my weekly, based on market structure, I'm just going to connect some trend lines here. I'm going to connect those two lows. Seems like they were really important here, right? We have like a falling wedge here. You see that on our weekly? And the reason it's important is because if you understand market forex patterns here, knowing that this is a falling wedge, we could get a measured move. A measured move will tell us where the possible next target is. But just like anything, right, you also need to understand the highs and the lows and market structure, because once one high is built, that means a lower high, no, a low will be made, right? It's simple like this. Let me show you. It's going to be up, down, up, down, up, down. And that's how the charts move. So here, based on this falling wedge, let's go ahead and get that measured move from high to bottom here. We're just going to carry it over. Look at that beauty. I'm just saying, look at that beauty. This is why I love TA. So right here, it's telling us that the measure move is complex to our monthly target. So that gets me super excited. But yay. Okay, so great. So what else is the weekly telling us? Not much at this point, right? Just we got a nice liquidity zone. We got our nice monthly target. Let's move on. Right, because the point is to enter now, to find a setup now. Now we're gonna go to our daily. On our daily, what do we see? What are the charts telling us? Looks like they're running up. So on my daily, I want to set key trend lines, and again, our range. What is our daily range? Using the previous candle, this is your resistance. This is your support from previous candle. Wonderful. Anything else that I see? I could draw a nice trend line here. Right, because our focus is this. This is our contraction zone. It looks like it's leaving the contraction zone though. But this is our contraction here. So my job is to figure out what is this contraction zone doing. Let's look at our RSI. Do we have any bullish, bearish situations going on? Right, use your TA knowledge when it comes to understanding what each time frame is doing. Sorry, I'm trying to minimize this now. The RSI. There it is. Okay, so we have a nice trend up. Where's my 1226 EMAs? That shows me the flow. We could go ahead and do a POC. right? We're trying, like I said, we're trying to figure out where the next possible zone of entrance for market makers is going to be. And this all has to do with me scalping. Really quick, point of interest. It's down here. Okay, that's irrelevant to me right now. It's just telling me that price action could definitely come back down. It's running. Okay, so what else could we see here? So it's hard to enter a trade when the trend is up, but let's go. Love a challenge. Okay, so this is a great example. If you get to the 4 hours and you see the breaks like this, right? There's not a lot of volume here, right? Check your volume. Is it worth playing this chart? Right? I wouldn't play it. I mean, I'm just doing the video right now, but check your volume. See, there's no volume at all. So why would you enter a chart like this? Okay, and didn't work out. Guess what? Let's move on to the next coin available here. That would be IMX, right? I would stop here in AR, and I just don't like the fact that there's so many spaces in between, so many gaps. It's just telling me that there's no volume, no big interest in this coin. I mean, definitely could still run, but anyhow, so let's continue. So on our 4 hours, right, it left this contraction phase. I'm going to use the line chart because that would have been a beautiful long. Would have, could have, right? Right, we could see a beautiful flag pattern here that broke to the upside. If you understand Forex master patterns, you'll know that a possible target here will be our measured move. Okay, and then that gives me confluence here to a possible like double top from this wick. Okay. What else? What else do I see? Let's bring out the high and the lows, right? What is the highs and the lows telling me? So this is why I love my indicator. It's telling me a red high is building up. So after a red usually comes a low. Okay, look, after each red comes a low. It's just market structure. Even if this decides to run up, wonderful. But understand that the most likely scenario would be a retest of the trend line and then continuation to the upside. Okay. And I'm trying to set it up for scalping or teach you how to scalp. And this, okay, so again, it's hard because every coin, every chart is different. So it's what's in front of you, what's the now doing. So on my 4 hours, what we could do is use this contraction zone as an example of how I would chart. I would scalp it because it's in a trend up. You do not enter, please note this, you do not enter a trade when the trend is up. This is the contraction phase, right? Contraction phase, trend phase. Then there will be another contraction phase, possible contraction phase up here. It's market structure. If not, it's going to come back down and retest this monthly support, possible bounce up, or possible rotation to the downside. Like I said, it's up to you to understand this. Okay, so what I'm going to do, I'm going to go into the 1 hour. This is beautiful. Okay, so let's forget that the high even exists right now. I'm going to take away the volume. I don't really use it. Okay, so just right here, I have a special RSI. My RSI was given to me. It's a strength RSI. Here are your settings, your style. The upper band is 63.5 and the lower band is 32. So with this scalping, right, what I would do is I would be looking and waiting for a contraction phase. So you scalp in a contraction phase. Like this is a contraction phase. So every contraction phase is going to give you a pattern. So it's up to you to determine what type of pattern. And contraction phases are just a boring sideways movement. They're before the next move is decided. So here, as a scalper, right, you want to get your contraction phase zone ready. You want to start, let's say 15 minutes is good, I think. 15 minutes. So here, the way I would address this is using a POC in the contraction zone, understanding where critical resistance levels are. So here, because we understand it's in a contraction zone, right? Because it would trend up, contraction zone. So here, what I would do is using my RSI, using my 1226 EMA information, I would be looking at oversold areas of interest and sorry, overbought and oversold areas in my RSI. So this is just being aware that, okay, if you decide to short really quick here, right, make sure your RSI is in your side. You want to make sure it's overbought if you're going to short. If you're going to long, you want to make sure your RSI is oversold to long. So see how beautiful here we could align it. This would have been a beautiful long, and the RSI was pretty low here. This could have been a real nice short, quick scalp. And scalps tend to be really fast. Okay, so just like you see this, it's just such an ugly chart, sorry. We're here, we're in it to win it, guys, so I'm not leaving this chart. So when I look at a chart, I look at a contraction phase when I'm scalping, right? And we could do this in the 5 minutes. And it's a flow, right? We have trend up, trend down, right? And you see it, trend up, trend down, trend up, trend down. So the way I would scalp this, erasing higher highs, lower lows, right? Using key, again, using your RSI, looking for areas of interest of oversold, overbought, and understanding just like even here, you could see contraction phase zones. We have a little contraction phase, then a trend down, contraction phase, trend up, right? You see that trend down. So using this information and using your critical trend lines, like here, this is a perfect example, right? You enter here, oversold, price action is here, allow price action to keep going, right? There's no need to close it because because price action's above 1226 and they haven't crossed bearish. So allow price action to keep going and rising, and then if trend line breaks, then close your scalp, right? And not only did it break, confluence with the RSI being overbought. Okay, then again, you could scalp it down, right? Once trend line breaks here and 1226 are bearish, you start scalping here. You enter a short, right? RSI is in your side, and then you enter short, 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 and then you see the RSI getting you oversold here, right? And before your trend line breaks, just get out. You're done. That's a scalp. Okay, so it's really important to follow your trend lines, follow your 1226 EMAs. Let's go over here. Another example, like, right, if you would just follow price action with your 1226 in and your trend line, you're able to monetize this, right? You enter here, RSI's in your side, it looks good. You enter short, 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 and then once it crosses your trend line, get out. You're done. And then same process here. Price action, right? Price action is oversold. Confluence with the price action coming back up, 1226 EMAs. So then now you long, 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 don't do anything, long, 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 right? And now as soon as it crosses, guess what? Boom, your trade is done. Take it out. Then in a contraction, tiny contraction phase is not worth to trade, especially if you're doing the 5 minutes. Let her build. A contraction phase will give you key resistance, key support, and that's why it's important. Here on the monthly, we could see this is key monthly support, so that would also be used as confluence to short. So as we short, we see monthly support being broken. We see price action under 1226. We see RSI being overbought. So that gives us that confluence to short. So we're going to short, 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 short. Follow your 1226 EMAs. Do not look anywhere else but what's in front of you. And have a nice trend line there. Short, 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 short. And then once that price action breaks that trend line, boom, you're out. And then you got a scalp. Okay, so I hope this helps, guys. Please leave any comments, ask me anything. I'm here to help. I am the queen of charts. I love this. It's a beautiful game. I do it with love. And remember, you must learn to love the game also and do it with love.